Hi, Brett Rivers, San Francisco Running Company for Ultra Running Magazine, joined by Chris Hillyer from Hoka, product manager. Wanted to take a look at some of the new 2016 models that'll be coming out from Hoka 11. One that I'm personally really excited for is going to be a July release for the new Speed Instinct. This is stuff that Hoka is putting out for kind of, I guess, a little more performance-oriented, little lower stack height than what Hoka has been known for in the past, but still some really unique features. The shoe's incredibly lightweight. Men's 9 is 8.4 ounces, women's 7 even lighter. What's really unique about this though is you're now looking at not just different types of foam, but different densities of foam in different parts of the shoe. So with this one, you now have a softer heel and a firmer forefoot. What led that design?
Yeah, it's been an interesting process. Just we've been known obviously for such thicker platforms, and we really wanted to find a balance where we were creating something that I'd say a faster athlete was interested in, something
Sure.
that felt more precise, something that was more dynamic, and the impetus for it, we call it our Pro Squared Light technology. Basically, what we want to focus on is getting propulsion off the toe. So we know from so many other Hokas that people really appreciate having that cushion in the heel, so it was essential to have really what we like, a compliant material where when you're landing on the heel going down a slight grade or even steeper, just having something in the heel to help with the cushioning. But when we're toeing off and you're going uphill, we wanted to make sure it was a little bit more propulsion based, a little bit more, a little faster feeling.
Yeah, totally. I actually demoed an early pair. You guys have made some minor tweaks since then, but I raced the Diablo 50K in that pair last year. It was awesome right out of the box.
I think you won the Diablo 50K. And
no one showed up. So, but it was a super fun shoe to run in. It definitely is a little more performance up front, a little more Hoka in the back. I told the team afterwards, I'm like, it's kind of like a mullet. It's like
exactly
business
right.
up front, party in the back. But what I also really noticed, that was a technical course, it was really good tread. Like really stuck to some of the tighter turns, especially on the descents. So from Hoka, seeing a much more aggressive tread across basically the entirety of the base of the shoe, I noticed that right away, especially on those more technical downhills.
Yeah, and traction is unfortunately a very regional conversation. So you take this over to Europe, a lot of the Europeans have been coming back. It's like, oh, it's not enough tread for some of our trails. And then obviously for others where you have really hard packed trails like we have in Santa Barbara, it's you don't need a whole lot of tread to have great traction. So it's good to hear that you're feeling that there's a good balance in here.
Definitely something in between.
Yeah, and what I find too is when it really gets muddy out there. I mean, like I lived in Boulder and it was like running on clay.
Right.
It didn't matter what was on the bottom of your, it's gonna stick to it.
You're going down. You're
gonna feel it, right?
Right.
So sometimes not having as much lug is actually good because it does shed a lot more material, so you don't get as much packed on there. But we found it to be a good balance. The other thing is when you have some of these softer materials and the bottom unit is compliant, it helps to conform around rocks and other elements in the trail, as well as give you a little bit more traction. So
cool. Yeah, so we'll see these July 2016.
that's right.
All right. Thanks.